everyone, it's your girl Zarina. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a DIY feet and knuckle treatment. This is going to be a pro mix method, and when we talk about pro mixing, we use branded product from the markets to whip up a recipe. But before I go to my workstation to show you this simple recipe, I need to give you this information, or you need to listen to this information and tips that I need to give to you so as to avoid your knuckles being epileptic and your feet being epileptic. Now, for your dark feet region, some people, I'll be posting a diagram or a picture on the screen, and the second region I want you to emphasize or give us tips or open our eyes to things we don't know. Now, for this picture displayed on my screen and the second region, we have people who tend to complain I have a lighter skin compared to my feet. The reason why you experience this is because of wrong application of your cream. Some people apply their cream standing up, and if you're not flexible enough to bend to your toes, then you have that problem. Seriously, if you bend for the next 60 seconds, you feel pain. If you're not flexible, or you don't work out, or you don't exercise, and that's the truth. So if you want to avoid that region being lighter, you need to sit while applying your cream. When you're trying to alter the DNA of your skin, as in altering the tone of your skin, you want to lighten up from your original skin tone to another shade, you need to pay attention to some certain areas. And one of those areas are your feet and your knuckles, your elbows and your knees. And for some people, in some cases, their buttocks, their bum, they get it, it's hard for them to lighten it up. So when you're lightening up your skin, you need to pay attention to all these areas. Meanwhile, this recipe is only for your feet, your knees, your elbows, your knuckles, and your feet. Don't use it on your bum, please. Don't say because I mentioned buttocks in this video, then you go ahead and apply it on your bum, but you don't want to have some other skin problems. Now, if you're experiencing a lighter skin tone, or you feel that region that I circled on the picture is lighter, you want to get unrefined shea butter. Apply it on your leg, on that region, before applying your lotion. What will this shea butter do? Though it's a good moisturizer, it will help to reduce the potency of that cream. And if you can, avoid applying cream in that region for at least the next 10 days to get your color to rhyme with every other part of your skin. And if you have a dark feet, you may need to scrub, depending on how bad it is. Depending on how bad it is, you might need a scrub along with a cleanser, then the cream. And for ladies, I don't know where you rush to when you apply your cream. You just stand and you apply your cream. You cannot even bend to your toes. Get your toes to eat. I love to use that word, eat. Your toes need to eat that cream. It needs to eat that lightening lotion. Otherwise, those regions will not get light. You just see some kind of black things that are not befitting for the eyes to see. You need to sit down, get a seat, apply your cream, sit as a lady. Let's walk all over those regions with your lotion, so as to lighten up that region. And you need to scrub that region. If you scrub twice a week, you want to scrub your feet 3 to 4 times a week to get that region to get lighter. That's the secret. People won't tell you this. You just go, they sell knuckle kits for you, and when you're going out, that piece is always exposed. Even if you try to cover all your body, you try to wear protect yourself from the sun, your feet is always exposed to the sun. You want to use a sunscreen when you're going out under the sun to shield it. Please, guys, you need to do this. If you don't do it, you constantly have that place dark. If you have the tendency to get a darker feet, or a dark feet, or you have the tendency to get knuckles, you need to avoid some certain things. Otherwise, it will keep it in an epileptic state. It keeps coming back. You clear it today, tomorrow you see it. You don't want to do that. It's tiring to get off knuckles. I have knuckles as a result of negligence, and I'm trying as much as possible to get it off. It's not easy to treat knuckles. It's in fact the most difficult in skincare words today. And if you have knuckles, if you, for instance, you have a job that keeps you to put your hands in the water all the time, you want to make use of gloves. And there are two different types of gloves you need to wear. There are gloves that come, you know, with, they call them latex gloves. They have powders in them. Those powders in those gloves will do you no good. It will keep, not only will it give you serious dark knuckles, it will also harden your palm. I have the experience. This, personally, I'm speaking from experience. You want to get gloves that have no powders in them. There are gloves that have no powder in them. You want to use such gloves. And before you wear your gloves, you want to moisturize your hand. You want to, you want to moisturize your hand. Keep it moist before wearing your gloves to work. I know sometimes people say, I don't get to feel what I'm doing when I'm wearing gloves. But yeah, that's true. But you're wearing the gloves because you don't want to get knuckles. Knuckles is not sexy, you know. Especially when you alter your skin tone. Maybe they say, she's using a bleaching cream. That's what they say. So you want to avoid, you want to stay out of this. And stop running your hand under hot water. If you're the type that love to, if you're in the cold region and you like to run your hand under hot water, you want to stop that. And you want to exfoliate your hand. And excessive exfoliation also keeps that knuckle, I don't know, keeps it sick. There's some knuckles when you see it, you're trying to lighten it up, but then it's looking dehydrated. I think that's the right word to use. It's dry, you know, begging for moisture. You need to keep your cream inside your bag always. When you wash your hand, you want to use your cream, incorporate it. You don't want to keep your hands dry. That's the only way you can escape knuckles. That is the only way. You don't want to just use your cream and off you go to the next 8, 10, 12 hours when you get home to have your bath. No. As a lady, you have to have a small container. Put your cream in it. And if your knuckle is that bad, you also need a cleanser and a scrub to get it off. So guys, you need to pay attention. Lightening up your skin, it's a process. And these regions are tougher than your face. You know, the texture of your face is different from the texture of all this region. Your nails, your elbow, you know, the texture, you know, it's it's way different. So if you're applying your cream, you need to pay attention to them. Rub it in, take your time to, you know, put your cream, take your time, make a fist, rub it in. If you go out, you wash your hands, you eat something, you go to the bathroom, get your cream from your bag, moisturize, keep it moist. That's the only way you can get, you know, avoid your knuckles from being epileptic. Now, enough of all these stories. Let's go to the workstation and I will show you how to whip up this recipe. Please don't use this recipe on any other part of your body. You know I'm saying it now. Some of you are like, oh, it lightened me, it's cleared my knuckles. Maybe it can clear my sunburn. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay guys, let's go to the workstation and I'll show you guys how to whip up this recipe. Stay tuned. Welcome to my workstation, guys. Quickly, let me introduce to you what I'll be using to whip up this recipe. Like I said, this is a pro-mix method, and when we talk about pro-mix, we use branded products from the market to whip up this recipe. So in this bowl here, I already have my base cream, and for this treatment, I'm using this base cream. It's called Our. So I took about 30 ml of my base cream here. We'll also be needing Kojic Clear for this recipe. And here we'll be needing Pata Pata cream. It's also a rapid action tube. Please don't use this on your face. And here I'll also be adding my oil. It's a serum. It's a toning serum. So quickly, let me show you how to incorporate all this. Here I'll be needing 15 ml of my pata cream. If you're into this, you might just know even the measurement without putting it on a scale. But if you're newbies, I would just advise you use your scale to be on the safe side. Also, I'll be needing 15 ml, and this is actually a very small quantity that I'm making, and I'm making this for a friend who is suffering from dark knuckles and dark feet. So you also need about 15 ml of this. And you guys can see this. Please, it depends on how bad your knuckle is. You might need to scrub your knuckles or your dark feet. Apply a cleanser before applying the cream. The reason why I'm not going to give out some kind of cleanser for your scrub, you can use any kind of scrub. You can use your cold scrub, any scrub you can get within your reach, you can. But for cleanser, the reason why I will not recommend it, because we have different skin types, and I might just recommend for the serum you need 10 ml of the serum into this mixture. I do not want to recommend something for a sensitive skin, for instance, and you get a combination skin person. I'm using this using the recommendation, and it might just not work for the person. So it depends on the kind of skin type. Only then we can procure something for you to use, because then we'll get to ask you questions, get to know your skin type, get to know what actually costs you to have those knuckles or dark feet before we can, give you something to use. So if you get the mixture right, is how the consistency will look. It's not hard at all to make this recipe, and it's a very super effective recipe to be used on your feet and knuckles. But just like I said, it depends on how bad your feet is or your knuckles are. Then this cream might not, to give it a very fast result, you need a scrub and also a cleanser to get a very quick and rapid result. Using only cream to get rid of your knuckles or your dark feet it might be a slower process. So if you find this video interesting, kindly share my video, like my video, so you just want to put it in your container. Just have to be stingy, get everything out and put in my container. So you want to apply this morning and night. Get a few into a smaller container and put in your bag, and always moisturize your hand. So, and that's it for this video. If you like my video, kindly share my video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. Keep that glow alive. Bye bye, guys.